Здравствуйте. Тут сейчас такое будет. О, я прошу прощения. Нет, немножечко не успеваю. Вон он, корабли, люди. Надо фотографировать непонятно что. Себя, рассвет, вас. Как всегда. Там как раз корабль. Ух, как красиво. Так, идем. Я когда так на него смотрю, а потом вижу, что в камере он низко. Наклоню камеру. Сейчас солнце выходит. Как раз. Надо успеть войти. О, успел. Мы успели. Вот оно, как раз. Так, поплыли. Надо, мне кажется, чуть-чуть опустить. Должно вот так видно быть. Я опустил. О, поднимается. Как я успел. Ну. Какая красота, а? Ай, как красиво. Вот солнце вошло над нежною землей, и вновь берега окутаны приливом. Какая красота. Сейчас рано рассвет. Без 27. На час раньше. Раньше вставать. Как красиво. И тучи такие. Просто слов нет. Какая красота. Посмотрите. Это же просто загляденье. Вот я его вижу в камере. Еще камера такая. Прошу прощения. О! Вода. О! Я прошу прощения за такой небольшой кошмар. Ужас маленький. Мои специалисты мне выговор за это сделают, с которыми я сейчас работу веду. Как красиво. Сегодня понедельник, 14 ноября. Еще такой красивый отблеск солнца по океану. Нету слов. Очень интересно. Вчера был день. Очень интересный будет день сегодня. Очень интересно. Я на работе был. maybe I should speak English, because a lot of my conversations are in Russian. Then people say, how come we can't listen to any of what you're saying? Some of my friends. So today is Monday, November the 14th. This is a beautiful sunrise. Hallandale, Florida, baby. So a lot of stuff is going on in the world, in my life, and I'm sure in yours as well. For example, what I do is often serves the purpose of a diary. When I talk, at least every morning when I come out, it's a very beautiful thing to do for me. Makes me think, makes me reflect. I should write it down, and I do. I have a diary that I go in and out of. I write for a few days, then I stop, which is another thing that we can discuss. Keeping a diary, it's extremely important. Everyone should keep a diary. I think also it's good to write it. Literally with your hand, and then you can go back to it. But see, I write it on my phone. It's not the same. Clicking these buttons is not the same as writing it. There's something happens in our mind, neurologically when we write. It's an extremely important tool, and it's very therapeutic to write. Just write. Connects our brain, different centers. People talk about it, how healthy it is to write. So I recommend, to me first and foremost, and to everyone else, to write a diary. These beautiful clouds. Huh? So it lets you reflect on what happens. So what I think I should do is, well, one of my challenges is to go to sleep earlier. Yesterday I went at 11:30. I should be going at like 10. That would be my goal. 10 o'clock I should be in bed. I wake up at 4. Beautiful. 6 hours. That's all you need. It's all you need. People who rest very well during the day, they need even less. I can go on 4 hours of sleep beautifully. Lately I've been doing 6. I haven't been feeling my best lately. I don't know. It's not easy. But we'll talk about that later. But 6 hours. We're not going into the sleep. We're not gonna go into the sleep discussion right now. 6 hours is what an average person needs. Trust me. Anything more than that is because people are not leading a good life. We should look at our lives. If we need more than 6 hours of sleep, our lives are not well. Even 6 is too much. And it should be spontaneous. People just have to wake up, like sometimes I do. So when I wake up, I should start writing a diary from what happened the day before and what I want to happen today, and then follow it like a plan. It's a beautiful thing to do. Beautiful. There's so many things I want to do, and I don't do them. I postpone them. Just like that lecture about Salon. See? Huh. Exactly. Now I'm thinking I should do it in both languages too. Yeah, why not? Anyway, so one thought I was having. I was speaking to my friend, and he's a doctor I mentioned yesterday. My very dear friend that lives up north a little. He's a director of the hospital. You know, he's exactly my age, because we went to medical school. And you know, he lives with a lady similar age, no children, which is again very close to what I have now. Sons, как у нас говорят in French, sans the lady, without the lady. Without the lady, it's very similar. So I asked him, how happy is he from 0 to 10? Makes me think we can make a scale of happiness, so we could see on a daily basis, give ourselves a grade of how happy we feel. And maybe happy is not the best word. Okay, we could say content, harmonious. Is happy. For example, reflecting on yesterday, I can say I was feeling not as happy. I was somewhat down, especially at night, and even not during the day I was pretty chippy. But at night, all the things that happened, all the arguments kind of wore me down, and I was somewhat depressed, a little bit down. But reflecting on it now, that's great. That's good that I felt that. I think Carl Jung says if depression comes to you, treat her like a lady in black. Invite her, talk to her, get to know her, love her. She's here to tell you something. I think that's Carl Jung who said that. Well, that's a good thing to think like that. Depression is good if you understand what it means, what she means to bring to you. Look how beautiful, huh? Craziness. Gorgeous. Huh? Unbelievable. This by itself is worth pricelessness. So it's interesting to make a scale like that and revise it and improve upon it. Scale of harmony. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So he told me he's 5 out of 10. Well, that's in the middle. I told him I'm 9, and he says, no, you're not 9. I'd like to think I'm 9. Overall, I don't want to be 10. See, 10 is, in my mind, is not something that means I achieved. Or maybe I should say, maybe I should accept 10 as ultimate, meaning you're just completely harmonious. Yeah, why not 10? Okay, I take that back. When you feel harmonious, and it doesn't mean you have everything you want, just like in my case right now, I don't have a family, nor do I have, oh, I have a couple of friends that are close, but not really all that close. So whatever, it's what it is. We have to improve upon that. But interestingly, little waves going on in here, little waves. Interestingly, we can think about these things and work on them. So I can come up right now with a set of brilliant ideas to assess the harmony of a person by not by just words and his subjective assessment of it. Oh, I'm feeling an 8, I'm feeling a 9 or a 10 or a 5. There we can make certain guidelines. For example, how we say in Russian, программа minimum, the minimum, the bare minimum is what we should be doing. For example, and it's different for a man and woman. Let's say for a man, well, he should be creating something, working at least working, and hopefully doing something useful at his work. I'd like to call it creating something. I don't like to call it work. Well, do something productive. Hopefully I do something productive when I go to work. I should be cautious, because sometimes I become too cavalier when it comes to my work, feeling maybe it's restricting me. Well, we'll talk about that on some other episode. But overall, I should be more cognizant. I know I help people, and I help them a lot, and I can help them even more if I am properly geared. Working in the ICU, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. These people can use some help, and not just to give them drugs and tubes. Like yesterday, we intubated a person. I don't know, that seemed like a lot. She couldn't breathe. We took the tube out, then we re-intubated her. I argue with some people about that. That was drastic, but may not be the most effective or efficient help I can provide. Well, it's what's needed at the moment. So that's number one. If a man is not doing that, if he's somehow idling in his life, not producing or not creating or not working at all, well, that has to be improved upon. That's one. Otherwise, why is he here? He needs to create something. That's, according to the ancient teachings, is a male's goal, is to work on his creation. That, by the way, goes back to me. I have things I gotta do. I shouldn't just settle. Keep working on my other goals. No negative thinking. Don't let anyone stray me away. By myself is not easy. Number two, I'd say probably if he has a family, well, he needs to concentrate on his family too. Family time. Wife, children, friends, parents, all that. That's important. Every day we have to dedicate some time to our family. Our wives, our kids, our parents, our friends and family. Social structure. I try. I have to say, every day I try. Call people, call my parents. They don't pick up. Well, that's a whole another episode in and of itself. Kids, I called. Yesterday I spoke to my brother. That was pretty devastating. Well, again, those are all different episodes to discuss. So those are the two things. And if the man feels happy, I'm talking about a man, because for a woman it's a little different. Her priorities are different. It's interesting to write these things down. I'm coming up with them as I go. This is not literally from any source per se. It's just these are my ideas. Obviously, I've gotten them from sources, but I'm trying to combine them into something that is useful and that's coming from me. That is how I think. Now, after these two things, men need to think, what's the third one? Let's say he went to work, he did great things at work, he came home, kissed his wife. Like I asked, when's the last time you French kissed your wife? I just asked the guy a couple of days ago. He left. He don't remember. They don't do that. Nobody will. French kiss your wife. See what happens. She'll think something happened. She'll get concerned. Be careful. She'll get suspicious. Maybe you got a lover. Where's all that love coming from? So maybe don't do it just yet. Prepare her and yourself. Anyway, so then that's good. That's a good start. Work and family. I say number 3, which even if there is no family, like in my case right now, let's say I wasn't working, number 3 has to be always there. Always, no matter what, is your body. You gotta do something for your body. Move, and not just a little bit. All day try to do it. Like monkeys. Leo, I'm paddleboarding right now. That's big. Gym, walking, running, swimming, whatever. Gotta exercise daily. Daily exercise. I recommend even twice a day. Or 3 times a day. As many times as you can. Now, we don't have to go crazy and keep exercising all day. No. But I'd say at least a good hour a day. Every day. Hopefully something variable. Not just one thing. Or something like this paddleboarding. See, it's a very beautiful exercise because it combines nature. Is it raining? Combines nature, combines conversation. Yeah, it's raining. Check it out. You can see. Combines me thinking, me paddling, feeling the ocean, feeling the earth, the sunrise, the whole thing. Every morning, when I can, when the weather is permitting. Huh? Beautiful. So that's that. Exercise the body. First chakra needs to be worked on. It's raining. Yeah. I don't like it. I know it's not a big rain, but still, it's annoying. Look at this. Why is this? What is this for? It's annoying because it's cold. The wind is blowing. The drops are falling. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Then number 4, I say you need to do something for your brain. And what I recommend, this is what I need to do as well. See, I do this cold plunge. Well, that's part of exercise. By the way, it's a beautiful thing to do, cold plunge. A whole different discussion about that. It's raining, annoying. Right? Let's go. It's going that way. See over there. Keep going. Rain, go away. Come again another day. That's what my daughter used to sing. Anyway, meditation is a key. And that's number 4 on my list. It's something I need to do. Because I do it. I combine it with some breathing. But then I don't do it. And I slack off. And when you slack off, just know that's your depression setting in. it's mild, and it may not get stronger. It may just be this low burning apathy, melancholy, whatever you want to call it. But it's you letting these bad habits set in. Bad habit of not doing something is also a bad habit. Of letting your body go without exercise, that's a bad habit. It's a lack of a good habit is a bad habit. Yeah, write that down. That's a beautiful thought right there. Lack of a good habit is a bad habit. That's my thought, original. So if I don't meditate, that's a bad habit. Плохая привычка. Отсутствие хорошей привычки является плохой привычкой. I just said it in Russian. So this is really a little bit of an annoyance. Look, seriously. Okay, take it easy. See, I'm paddling and there's this rain. What? Why? I just had a video like this a couple of months ago. See, again, and this one is stronger. Okay. So that's already 4. I said 4 things. And see, those 4 things, if you do them, it'll assure of some serious level of harmony in your life. Just those 4. Daily. No skipping. Every single day. Those 4. Now, I think they're bare minimum. I need to improve upon all of them. We all need to improve upon them. Matthew McConaughey has a good speech about this when he puts more time with the family, more time with his job, with his career, with himself. See, the first 2 is for some other people in your life, for your job. I'm talking about a male. For a female, the only difference is, for a lady, is you have to switch first and second, order of first and second. First is family, her husband, and second is her career. Maybe first is the second. What is this? Ай-яй-яй. Что это такое? Annoying. Whatever. We accept it. We love it. We love the rain. It doesn't feel well because it's chilly. But that's okay. That's a beautiful thing, huh? Beautiful thing. Anyway, those 4 things will assure some serious level of harmony. After this, there is more. Then we have to look at certain things that are happening, such as real, like, bad habits. For example, smoking. Ain't nobody should be smoking. Period. None. No cigarettes, no e-cigarettes, no tobacco chewing like the friend of mine yesterday. None. That does not happen. I know it may sound very rigid, very close-minded. Some people smoke. Well, there is no, like this guy also said, being aware and smoking, it doesn't go together. Just like being angry and when you're aware, осознанность и курение, it's an oxymoronic statement. It's a self mutually exclusive phenomenon. Argument, anger that is uncontrolled is another state of unawareness. You cannot be aware and uncontrollably angry. So smoking is horrible, especially for women. Especially for women. For men also. But definitely for women, because they're biologically just not designed to make their bodies so filthy by putting toxins in them and poison. They're not biologically designed to poison themselves at all, because they give life. So they're poisoning the very life they give. And even if, let's say, if they're menopausal or whatever, if let's say 50, it's an example. A smoking woman gives an example to others, especially if she's bright and intelligent and assumes some type of a position that she's visible to other females. That's a disaster. Disaster. It's a horrible example to other women. That smoking it's not okay. It's just not okay at all. And I know I had never thought like this before, but believe me. And yesterday I had this horrible argument with the lady who was just smoking e-cigarettes. And she flipped when I told her that she should stop. Point blank, stop. She was laughing. Why stop? I don't see a point. Не вижу смысла. I don't see a reason to. I like it. Oh yeah, that's it. He toast, he smoked. And this is a lady who is still looking to give birth to a child that her husband hasn't had yet. Because her husband has no children. Married a woman with children. Interesting phenomena. Should be the other way around. Should be him having children and her not. Anyway, so we should look at our bad habits, such as smoking and drinking. Well, maybe if a person drinks heavy, first should be drinking. They all should go. So no bad habits, because that's just destruction. Look, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that swimming in there? What is that? What is that? Garbage. Oh. It's so weird. Garbage, huh? Garbage. In the ocean. How did it get here? Anyway, smoking, drinking, drugs, marijuana, all that should go. I'm not saying, I mean, people can have a drink here and there, but just know, having a drink here and there opens the door. Having a cigarette here and there opens the door. I know, we're human, sometimes we like it. And I'm not saying no one should ever drink and smoke. Once in a blue moon, whatever. But still, especially cigarettes. Boy, they're horrible. Even one cigarette screws a lot of stuff up. A lot. And alcohol too. Even one drink. It's crazy how it messes with us. By the way, for a long time too, not just for a little bit. It's scary to even think like that. What does a drink do? They say for 7 years your doors are closed to God. There's a saying. Why 7? Because the cells are now, for 7 years, they're gonna have that drink in them. 7 years. You gotta clean. I am 2.5 years into cleansing. Gotta wait 5 more years to cleanse my body of alcohol. Ain't no more drinking for me. As sad as it may sound from an alcoholic that lives in me. Now, bad habits need to go. Gotta go. No drinking, no smoking. Make sure that your partner also doesn't do that. Well, that's on him or her. Now, Then we can talk about a diet. It's important. Drinking water, important. I just had 2 glasses of water. That's half a liter. That's a pint. And I try to have at least 2 liters a day, and it just happens. I don't force myself. It naturally happens. Around 2 liters, maybe 2.5. That's all you need. If you exercise, you need a little more. But naturally, we gotta be drinking water, clean water. Clean water is not an easy thing to come by. Tap water is normally pretty clean, they say. If you use a filter like I do. I use a filter. Commercial grade filter in our building. It's a very good water, and I put it in copper. So that's what I do. And then eating. See, I eat once a day. I'm not saying everyone should eat once a day. It's a great thing to do. You should try it. But let's say people do eat 3 times a day, for example, because most people eat 3 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, well, we gotta eat healthy. No meat. Again, people choose to eat meat. Well, it's on them. But as diseases, and I don't have anything against meat. It's a type of meat that we eat. Dead meat. Chicken too. No good. Unless you have your own farm where you grow your own chicken that you love, and they have a beautiful life, and maybe only then. And even then, because chicken are not supposed to live in a farm. Chicken's supposed to live in the wild. And that's, so if you're a hunter, well then, that's the meat to get. And don't even call it meat. We should call it animals. Eat animals. Eat a deer. Because I hate how we call it meat. It's not meat, it's an animal you ate. So then you have to feel how you ate an animal, because if we just call it meat, it's not meat. Why women say, I hate when I feel like a piece of meat. Well, animals are not meat, they're animals. We have to respect them. Otherwise, we'll get sick. Especially if they were sick, then we get sick. Now, so that type of diet also makes sure that you're not feeling any sickness in your body. Vegetables, fruits, nuts. I eat a little fish once a day, a piece of fish. My size is like, I'd say, it's, what is it? Oh, not even, it's like 0.4 of a pound. So, pound is what, 450? So yeah, it's like 200 grams of fish. That's how much I eat. Yeah, half a pound, less than half a pound. 0.4. It's half a pound, it's too much. So, that's beautiful. A little piece of fish. 200 gram рыбы в день. Okay, and that's I enjoy that. That's because I love meat. Look how far we are. So those are the things. Now we've discussed 1, 2, exercise, meditation, diet. That's 5. 5 things. Diet, and then another one that's a key. Number 6. Number 6 is your daily routine, because if we don't properly live that your schedule, распорядок дня, very important. I need to work on mine. We need to go to bed as as early as possible. According to the ancient, this is not my idea by the way, this is ancient Hindu teachings, Vedas. They say we gotta hold from 9 to 3. So 12 o'clock is in the middle of the night. Yeah. 12 o'clock. Obviously it's not the most feasible thing to do, and socially it becomes a very strange thing to do because people don't go to bed at 9. Even kids don't like to go to bed at 9. Interestingly how we put kids to bed at 9 and they wake up at 7. All kids need to sleep a little longer, but 9 to 3, 9 to 10 to 4. Okay, 11 to 5. That's the most. 11 to 5. 5, you know, be like that. And then make sure that the day goes the right way. So those are the, how many things I mentioned? 6. So all these things I mentioned, I'll say number 7 is to do something for your brain. In fact, maybe I should have put it right after the exercise. Exercise was number, I have to write all these down. Beautiful thoughts. Career, family. I already forgot what I said. You gotta listen to what I said. Career, family, exercise, meditation. Yeah, see that. Those are the 4. Then you get the diet, the regimen. We'll stick with 7. I would say after meditation, we gotta do something for our brain, such as read, do some brain exercise, because brain needs to exercise. So we gotta read at least 30 minutes a day, I'd say. Have to read something good, not some craziness, some novel that's crazy. Have something useful, learn something, keep the brain fresh. Yesterday I learned this idea, I thought about it, I'm gonna present it. Just to take a little detour, the reason why we are the only species that have this elaborate romantic situation going on. Animals have that too. Animals have that, the courting, but we have the most elaborate one. Animals, so female chooses a male, he has to court her. He has to prove to her, especially if they do the child rearing together. If a father invests in a child, then he has to impress a mother, so she knows he will invest. If the species is heavy on a male parental investment, what they call it, MPI. Some species are not. So they court, they do stuff. But love is a human thing. Romantic, all this craziness. Why it happens? There's many theories, but one theory that is, I think, tremendous, and I thought this through. It's unbelievable how biologically we are programmed to love, or it's an instinct that is millions of years old. So it all boils down again to this concept of concealed ovulation. See, some people may not know what that means, so I'll explain it. We are the only species on the planet, except for one other, who has what they call concealed ovulation. In other words, a female when she ovulates, it's unknown to a male. Actually in our species, it's pretty much even unknown to a woman. Even she doesn't know when she ovulates. She may feel certain things, but it's not definitive. Like gorillas get a red butt, and they got the smell, and they got the leakage and the whole thing. Estrus. Estrus, it's called. And when the woman is in heat, that's what they call it. How far we are. Take it easy, baby. Oh, we went far today. So, what happens in a regular animal, non-human, they only do it when a woman is in heat. We are the only ones who do it, and that other species. There's one more species. And if you're curious, I'll tell you which species it is. Very closely linked to us. That's right. Keep looking at that species, you'll see how many similarities we have with them and what our instincts should be, because that's what we were 5 million years ago, or 7. There we go by a million here, a million there. We can't tell. Hey, if I start telling you what a million years is, a million years, people don't imagine. What is a million years? It's not something we can imagine. Our brains doesn't work like that. I can go into a little side discussion of a time machine. People want to understand what a million years is, because I say we and chimps were together and then split 5 to 7 million years ago, according to our latest theory and research. Now see, it doesn't say day 1 this was created, day 2. No, this we talking millions of years, and that sounds reasonable because these are not these don't occur in a day. These things, they seem like they're a bit more permanent than that. I've been around and they've been here unchanged. So I'll take us down a memory lane. I use some Russian milestones, but let's pick up some English ones. I'll use both. 100 years ago we have a Russian Revolution. First World War, 110 years ago. Yeah, 100, not even 108. So that's only 100 years ago. It sounds far away. We got Sergei Alexandrovich Yesenin, Lenin, 100 years ago. Sounds like it's my grandpa was born right after Lenin's death. Anyway, that's a long time ago. We go 200 years. What was happening then? We have Pushkin, a Russian poet that lived, Lermontov, 200 years ago. Those were the times. We have United States here. It was developing. It was only back then, it was only what, 40 years old of a country. 200 years ago, it was a wild thing, just starting. It was before Lincoln. There was southern states. There was what, 13 states. So it was a very young country back then. In 1822, carriages, horses, no cars, small cities. They were just starting before the Civil War. And in Russia we had famous poets, Pushkin, Lermontov. Interestingly, Napoleon attacked Russia 210 years ago, 1812. That's a long time ago. That's before Lermontov was born in 1814, you see. So these are like only 200 years ago. That's a long ass time. I can't imagine that long. how people lived back then. This is only, what, 8 generations ago. Every generation 25 years. So if you go back 300 years ago, forget it. It's like a fairy tale. We have Peter the Great building St. Petersburg. We have no United States yet, not even close. We got some people coming in here, but no country, because that happened 1776. That's 76 years from now. We are right now in year 1722. That's 50 years coming. So this is like a wild, wild west with some cowboys and them things. Ooh, I keep sneezing every day here. Anyway, that's only what, 300 years ago, 400. Columbus, when did Columbus come here? Columbus came here 1492. That's 500 years ago. So that's just 500, but 400 we had Ivan the Terrible around that time. Late 1600s. Boriska Godunov, late 1500s, early 1600s. That's 100 years before Peter. All I'm trying to tell you, if we start going fast, Jesus was here 2,000 years ago. Cleopatra, Julius Caesar. That's 2,000 years ago. 2,000. Pyramids, Bible, 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. That's only few thousand. And then we don't know, because then there's no writing. Mesopotamia, Egypt, these are all civilizations that are 5,000 or 6,000 years ago, maybe 7. That's it. Now we are in a no man's land, because there's no writing, so we don't know. They say 12,000 years ago revolution, and then it goes by 5, 10,000, 20,000. Homo sapiens, 50 to 100. Bottom line, we are still here. We're only 50 to 100,000. What about 200,000? What about 300? Then we get to 1 million. That's when we got fire. Fire. 1 million years ago, we started controlling fire. Walking upright, they say a couple of million. Coming from trees, 2, 3 million, something. I forget these numbers, but it becomes a crazy thing to even think like that. If United States of America, to me, 1776, I can't even fathom how long ago was that. Imagine apes. Going back to what I was saying, we got this concealed ovulation, which is one of the theories, is what made humans human. Concealed ovulation. So a male is geared, is primed to continue to have sexual relationships, or seek them. In fact, seek them with passion throughout females' reproductive cycle, throughout the month. It's not only just one time. Not only one time, a month. So he always needs them. That's just his biological drive. And women tend not to be so eager, because there's a lot going on. They need to assure that the guy is serious. So then there is romantic love that starts happening, because he needs to convince them to give it to him. How does he convince? By doing all these crazy things. Playing guitar, flowers, cars, palaces, flipping and doing all craziness. That way he can assure that she will be giving it to him. that's the woman that he wants, hopefully that she will always give it to him, or at least for a long time. And then he wants to do it with other ones. This is why love is there. He wants to assure a constant access to sexual relationship, huh? And that's where love comes from. If our ovulation was not concealed, there would be no love. We just do it once and that's it. We wouldn't want to do it again, because it's all about that. It's all about that. Anyway, it's a very interesting discussion. Been talking. Мне скажут, что у меня опять слюни. I have foam in my mouth. I'm gonna go back by myself a little bit. In other words, just gonna think about things. It's a beautiful day. It's been a good discussion. 7 things for a man. His goal, his conquests, conquering the world, making it a better place, his family, his health, his mental state. Meditate a little bit, we need to. Then do some thinking, some reading. It's number 5. Eat well and have a nice daily routine so you can sleep and rest and all that. 7 things, that's it. I had a video like that before. Давайте на канале. Nice talking to you.